re-record my little intro since it's gone now. What's up, girls, gals, non-binary pals? Today, I will be playing Higurashi, When They Cry. I don't know where at exactly this is going to be, but it's somewhere in there. It's somewhere. You'll see me at the beginning of one of these episodes, so enjoy. Officially for really this time. Really real. I thought up there. Cool. Okay, let's carry on, I guess. I don't know how long this is. I have no idea. A few days had passed since the incident. Oh, hold on. Do I need to... There we go. A few days had passed since the incident. During that time, either Mion was busy or Rika-chan had to help with the festival preparation, so we couldn't get everybody together for club activities. Even though I thought I would never want to participate again after the years it shaved off of my life each time, not having it only made my heart grow fonder. I really am not honest with myself. Today we finally had our club activities again. These weren't the same old club activities. It was called the Watanagashi 5 Demon Firefight. And it was one of the biggest events in the club. Keiichi? Keiichi? Does this... Yep. Ooh. Yukata? Yukata still fit you? Can you try it on for a second? Mom pulled out an old dusty yukata. No, I don't need a yukata. Those are embarrassing. I'll just go in my normal clothes. This is a festival. Wear it, okay? Reina and the others said regular clothes are just fine. If I was the only one wearing a yukata, it'd be even more embarrassing. Put on the same old vest as usual. I'll be going with Reina and the others, so you don't need to worry about me. Is that so? Be going with Dad when he wakes up? Dad let out a loud snore from the sofa. Now it looks, he must have pulled an all-nighter last night. He just finished sending in his manuscript, so he might not wake up for a while. It seems my dad writes for art magazines sometimes too. I've never read it though. I wonder if my dad is really a famous artist. Since his own son is saying something like that, I can't imagine he's selling all that well. He was able to feed a family of 3, and my life hasn't exactly been full of hardships. Could be that he's some master painter and I don't know about it. Ding dong, baby. Keiichi-kun, are you home? Uh-oh, it was already time. Didn't want them coming here, so I was planning on leaving early and waiting outside. Oh my, it's Reina-chan. Thank you for always looking after Keiichi. Ah, ma'am, he's also been looking out for me. Why are you blushing just for meeting my mom? Don't get all flustered, it really doesn't feel right. Let's go, Reina. Since Reina would continue to space out if I left her here, I grabbed her hand and dragged her out. Oh. Cool. That works. Reina-chan, look out for Keiichi for me. Oh, yes, ma'am. Even if it means I must sacrifice myself. Then why don't you do it right now? She waved back even as I was dragging her away. Okay, Kei-chan. You hungry today? We'll take care of that at these stalls. Thought I let myself get full knowing the club activities will involve the stalls. Wouldn't have it any other way. Where are Rika-chan and Satoko? Are they already at the temple? Yep, Rika-chan's a festival committee member after all. Satoko-chan is probably with her as well. I see. Alright. Let's make some noise today. Yeah! We're already in high spirits with just the 3 of us here. It was way more lively at the Furude Shrine than the last time I came, far exceeding my expectations. The throngs of people were crammed between rows of market stalls lined with colorful paper lanterns. Despite that, it was actually quite enjoyable. I'm sure lots of people here. I can't believe they all live in Hinamizawa. Everybody attends the Watanagashi. Think about half the village is here. It's not just that. Municipal and youth councils from neighboring towns and village advertise this event as well. That's right, there aren't that many students at our school. There are a lot of kids here today. Just doesn't feel like a festival unless there are kids running around after all. That's true, I agree. Hello and good evening. These two knew everybody they came across. Of course I greeted them as well, but I still wasn't familiar with everybody yet. Oh, Raina-chan. Thanks for the food you brought to me a while back. My son loved it. It was delicious. That was nothing at all. I'm glad he liked it. Say hello to Kazuma-kun for me, please. Hey, but isn't Sonozaki... Oh. What? I'm in charge of the stand again this year, so make sure you come visit. Pops, have you gotten fatter? You'll end up having a heart attack with a gut like that. Oh, this kid here is new. Are you one of our underclassmen? He's one of my members. An upcoming hopeful. If you cross him, he could crush your stand in one night. Got little missies here at the seal of approval here, I see. You take it easy on me. As you could imagine, Mima was chatting with the old guy running the stalls. Michan is really energetic after all. She's really popular with the older men. I think Reina is pretty popular too. Being cute and all. That was, of course, as long as her little condition didn't flare up. But as long as she's washing quietly, she's pretty cute. I'm popular with some people? Really? Really? With some people. I evaded giving her a straight answer by roughly tussling her hair. The stall keepers came all the way from town. It's not really a festival without them overall, after all. So we're going to mess with them now? I don't care what kind of match it is, I'm going to win it. Oh yes, I'll try too. Hey! We're all very late. It's unacceptable to keep a lady waiting, Keiichi-san. Oh, my bad. So where's this lady I kept waiting? What did you just say? Alright, Sadako was in top form as well. Seems she was all excited about being able to get everybody in the club together for the first time in a while. Whoa, Rika-chan, cute! Reina let out an elated sigh. It seemed that the real lady had made her appearance. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to Keiichi as well. Woo! Looking good. You're looking sharp again this year. Cute! I'm gonna take you home. Rika-chan was wearing a shrine maiden outfit. Yep. Reina's little outburst was completely understandable. Rika-chan's clothes sure look like the real deal. Is that a real shrine maiden outfit? My grandmother made them by hand. They're quite authentic. Rika-chan has an important task to do at the end of the festival, so she's wearing this. I see, Rika-chan was the one with the executive committee, because she performed all the shrine maiden rituals for the festival. My work is only during the finale of the festival, so I can still play for a while. But we cannot afford to waste any time. Let us begin. Alright. It felt good to wander around the festival with just the 5 of us. Mian called everyone over to the stand that caught her attention and proposed a rather odd competition. Takoyaki eating race. Everyone has to buy their own. Ready? Go. A standard and vendor stall is the takoyaki stand. What was especially standard for these kinds of events was the fact that they were simply balls of dough. Takoyaki in name only. It burns! Are you okay, Keiichi-kun? Have some water. My, eating those scalding takoyaki home was suicide. I guess the trick is to buy the ready-made ones that have been left there for a while. They really don't taste good. They really don't taste good. The stall next to it was a shaved ice stand. It was a bit too early in the season for that, but right then it didn't matter. Let's do shaved ice this time. It's a shaved ice eating race. Ready? Go! Shaved ice race? I can't! As long as you can melt it a bit with your body heat, then. It's so hard! Not smart. This old man ordered it with plenty of syrup. It'll melt quickly when it's mixed up. These stooges were too late. The moment they chose to tackle it head on was their downfall. Whew! Finished! K-chan is done? That was too fast. It couldn't be. K-chan? You didn't add water from the goldfish tank behind you, did you? That can't taste anything. Next to that was another old favorite, a cotton candy stand. Why don't we do this one next? Of course, it's a speed eating contest. Hey, how do you eat cotton candy quickly? How? On Satoko's remark, Mion, Satoko, and I all compressed the cotton candy with our bare hands. The time it took to stick the whole thing in our mouths, 3 seconds. I expected Sadako to figure it out, but I didn't think K-chan would. I can't have you treating me like a newbie forever, can I? Oops. It won't taste very good. Rika-chan had also crushed it between her hands and stuck it in her mouth. This is probably the only place in Japan where people could eat cotton candy like that. I think only Raina's cotton candy was happy with how it was eaten. But I feel like we were ending up doing stuff like eating noodles through the nose contest or hearing water pump at the goldfish scoop. At the rate we were going, this old man will probably still win too. I'm simply no match for Mion-san when it comes to eating impulsive things. Yeah, seriously. What's up with you guys? What's up with you guys? Are you telling me you don't have to have a blue Hawaii top yakisobi? Eating contest? I'm struggling. Shake! Both Sadako and I shook our heads in unison. Can we have a game that doesn't involve food this time? Can we? Raina's proposal was a godsend. It was about time we played a different kind of game. It also seemed like neither Raina nor Rika-chan were any good at speed eating or gorging themselves. Okay, Raina, I'll let you pick out the next game. Anything is fine. Well then. I'm gonna be the judge. Fine, keep things on the festival grounds. You have 1 minute. Fine by me. I know exactly what Raina likes. Alright. I think I can win with that. Ready? Go! Oh, why aren't Keiichi-kun and Rika-chan starting? Why not? Mion and Satoko dashed off madly, but Rika-chan and I calmly stayed right where we were. Could it be you've already found it? The cute thing? You've already found it. Keiichi too? Yeah. What is it? I can't wait! Both Rika and I stood motionless for those few moments before Mion and Satoko returned. This is probably the first time we've gone head to head like this. It will be the first. Rika-chan, you expect to win with that, huh? I am a member of this club as well. And by any means is our society's third rule. Rika-chan sneered to the best of her ability. You're on! Both Mion and Satoko came back, each with their own plan of attack, stuffed in their arms. Okay then, let's go in order! Let's start with the club president, Chan. Too bad, you guys, I'm ending this now. This old man brought this! Where'd you get those? They were old tin diamond-shaped signs. Pleb curry, snake coil incense, and Or a ramen? See? How about this? That's very understated. A little too understated. Leon, I used to see those stuck up on barbed wire fences. They're more nostalgic than cute. But there were puffs of smoke noisily shooting out of Raina's ears, nose, and almost like a steam engine. I didn't get it. I shall be up next. It is this! It was a hand-drawn poster from the Ladies' Society roasted corn stall. It was a really bad sketch done by a housewife. Anthropomorphic roasted corn drawn without any sense of a real plan. Its very existence invited a sense of sorrow to the viewer. That was the sound of blood jetting out of Raina's nose. It seemed to have been rated higher than Leon's. I really didn't get it. It feels like your artistic sense is a little avant-garde. About 5 eons. Those were nothing but mass-produced signs after. He had no chance to get something hand-drawn. Couldn't even begin to follow the way those guys were thinking. And I will be next. Next is Rika-chan, is it? What can you even do without anything? Did you and Satoko both forget? If Rika-chan felt like it, she could simply... After moving back about 10 yards, she began waddling up to Reina. Seeing that, both Mion and Satoko gasped. Oh no. Too late. Rika-chan tripped over nothing and lay motionless after falling down. Reina hurried over to her. Rika-chan, are you alright? Rika-chan had a lump on her forehead and tears welled up in her eyes. Only her fingers peeked out from her sleeves. This was the vital part. The palms of her hands were covered by the sleeves. She made just a single sound. Aww! I'm going to take you home. I had completely forgotten that. The play that I personally had to use. Reina's face went completely red, her head bobbing back and forth with excitement. She embraced Rika-chan and began rubbing her cheek against her. I'd expect no less from her. Not a single element was overlooked. Lolly, shrine maiden, brink of crime, you, it was perfect. A simple trip transcended into pure moe. Now this is what you call art. K-chan has a pretty weird definition of art. I'll just pretend the sharp sting of those words cutting through me like a razor was a figment of my imagination. Rika-chan turned her gaze to me with a daunting smile as she caressed Reina. She was caressed by Reina, who was fully in cute mode. Now, Keiichi, can you be me? That cold smile is frightening, Rika. Let me retry that. Who said cold smile? Now, Keiichi, can you be me? That cold smile is frightening, Rika. It must be my imagination, but I see a demon inside her sometimes. And I think that's a foreshadow. Kei-chan seems to have his own plan of attack. I wonder what he's going to show her. I also wish to observe the play Keiichi-san will make. Could it be? Is Keiichi going to give a performance? I basked in their pointed stares. I pulled Reina, who gave no sign of canceling out of the cute mode from Rika-chan. Oh, cute thing. Keiichi-kun, let's go. I'll show you something even cuter, so just hold on for a minute. Huh? Oh? Something even cuter? But it's a bit too crowded here. Let's go back there. Reina looked very surprised as I pulled her behind the shrine. Oh, Jesus. I cannot fathom what Keiichi-san could possibly be planning. This is Kei-chan, after all. No, it couldn't be. Keep on fighting. After a bit, I returned. And a bit after that, so did Reina, dragging her feet. There's no way that scoundrel Kei-chan did something to innocent little Reina. Mion and Satoko passed by me, heading straight to Reina. What exactly did he do to you? For a moment, Reina was too dazed to realize someone was talking to her. it's me, Chan. Oh. Reina, are you alright? Did Kei-chan do anything to you? No, he didn't do anything strange to me. Oh. This is quite severe. Exactly what did Keiichi-chan fucking shit. What exactly did Keiichi-san show you? He was so cute. Oh. Cute? What did he show you, Reina? Reina let out a really long oh. Her eyes sparkled as she spoke. Cute, so cute. It was Keiichi-kun, furry little seal. Furry little seal? What does that mean? The blink of an eye, Mion Setsuko's elbow smashed into my face. Huh? What? She's showing Reina something so dirty. You sick pervert. I shall have you beaten into oblivion. But wait, you've got it all wrong. A dark billowing earl flowed from Mion and Satoko. It was no good. They're gonna kill me. I'm not sure what's going on, but you got it all wrong. You see, Keiichi-kun had... It's a fur seal cane. It's a fur seal keychain. Rika-chan stuck her hand in her pocket and pulled out the keychain. And? He said he made it long ago for one of his summer school assignments. He said he doesn't show it to others often because it's embarrassing. Yeah, so small and cute. He tried his best to make it. It's so wonderful. Oh, this old man thought you meant it was Keiichi's cute little fur seal. Oh, I'd expect no less from Mion-san. You misconstrue things to the wildest ways. They slung insults at each other and looked like they were ready to tear into each other at any second. I beg of you. If I'm in the clear, would you mind getting off of me? You were interrupted by the flash of a camera. Hey guys. You all seem energetic as usual. This Tomi-san. As I lay crumpled on the ground, Mion and Satoko continued to bicker above me. Rika-chan was patting me on the head, and Reina was still in cute mode. It was probably quite a lively scene. It's a fine evening. Indeed, although it's rather poor etiquette to photograph a lady without her permission. That's right. At least you don't really need Satoko's permission. Satoko dug her heel into me. Good evening. Ah, you're heading back tomorrow, aren't you? Were you able to take lots of good photos? Thanks to you, I got plenty of good shots. Tonight's the last we can see of old Tommy-san, isn't it? Such a shame. Hurry up and have your major breakout soon. Just as rude as ever, aren't you? I really am sad I won't be able to hear that voice of yours for almost half a year. Be sure to have as much fun as you can tonight. You'll be back in Tokyo tomorrow, after all. That is true. It will be another 6 months, till I can enjoy another night where I can see the stars. Tomi-san looked up at the night sky cheerfully. At that moment, even though he was smiling, I sensed a bit of sadness. Why don't you move here, Tomi-san? In Hinamizawa. Tomi-san was speechless. It's not very convenient here. No shops or recreational spots. There might not be anything really here, but you know. Everyone knew what I was trying to say. Tomi-san was also well aware. So Reina and Mion, Satoko and Rika-chan, none of them butted in. I've only been here for less than a month, so I don't really know anything about everything. Everything about anything? Normally, I'm a really talkative guy, but in situations like this, I'm at a loss for words. Even though all this was happening in such a boisterous setting, it felt like all the background noise was fading into the distance. This place is probably... Tomi-san rested his head on me, gently silencing me. Thank you. Keiichi-kun, Mion-chan and Reina-chan, Satoko-chan and Mika-chan. Tomi-san's smile was so bright, so slight it looked as if it was going to crumble at any minute, but it was warm. I also think it would be great if I could live here. Those might have been full words coming from a kid who didn't need to worry about working to feed himself. A hand touched my back. It was Reina. Keiichi-kun, you shouldn't pick on adults. It's not nice. The background camera at the festival returned. We won't be seeing him for a while, after all. We need to make sure Tomi-san also enjoys tonight. And Reina smiled and the mood instantly got brighter. That's true. I think I'll do just that. Ah! Hey, Mi-chan. How about it? Can we let Tomi-san in our club activities? That's a great idea, or so I thought, but Mion had a snobbish look on her face. One of the requirements for membership is residence in Hinamizawa, you see. Come on, Mi-chan, just for today, don't be mean. Well, he does come around often every year. I'll make him an honorable citizen. Did you say honorary? Honorary, I said honorable. Whoa, yeah. Now then, I wonder if this aged fellow well past his prime will be a match for me. Let's have him show us the wisdom of a mature adult. Can you keep up with us youngins? Tomi-san stepped back slightly at her audacious grins. I, Mion Sonozaki, club president, do hereby authorize honorary citizen Tomitake's entry into our club. Her words were quickly drowned out by her cheers. What do you mean by club? What our club does, you see, in order to cope with our complicated society, we perform various activities with various rules. Sometimes they are in your favor, and sometimes they work against you. I'm pretty weak, so I'd prefer you not single me out. Let's try to get along. If you wish to mock our childish games, then this will be the perfect opportunity. We'll leave you with nothing. We won't even leave the hairs on your butt. So it's a club where we play games together. Of course, Rika-chan was the only one to give an answer that made sense. Alright, just what I wanted. I'll take you up on that challenge. Don't be too rough on me, my mentors. Tomitake-san got riled up and did a victory pose like he was 10 years younger. That's perfect. We continued walking through the festival with Mion in the front. Now we looked like a family of 6. It had some intensity to it. Same rules as always. The loser will, of course, be subjected to penalty. Tomitake-san was a bit surprised, but to us it was just the same as always. Regardless of how terrible a penalty was. Just don't lose. Reina was also burning with determination. She didn't have any intention of losing. That's true. I tousled Reina's hair to lighten the mood. She giggled and hid her embarrassment. I see. This is what it means to feel like a kid again. Tomitake-san whispered that to nobody in particular. At that moment, we heard an old man call out in a strong voice. Looking over, I realized it was the man Mion had greeted right before the festival. You're here. Little Miss Sonozaki seems you brought quite the crowd. We came to eradicate your entire stall. His stall was a shooting gallery. It was usually a step up where you had to knock down the prize you wanted to court them. The rules are simple. 3 shots, the winner is whoever gets the biggest prize. Everybody shouted their agreement. There was no need to consider how to win since the conditions for victory was simple. The biggest prize at the stall went without question. It was that one, wasn't it? Whoa, that teddy bear. Cute! Reina was gazing longingly at the large stuffed animal. It was intentionally placed on the unsteady platform so it was possible to get it at the right spot. It's magnificently set up to make someone think that. Not bad, Keiichi-san. I figured you would see through the skin instantly. The most logical course of action would be to aim for some candy or a doll. The intent analysis had already begun. In this club, you'll get eaten alive if you don't come prepared. Everything hinges on the plan that you can come up with before the main event. At some point, a large crowd had gathered around us making a big fuss. There was this much of a following for our club's infamous event. Knocking that bear down ensures the win. Only 3 shots. To use them all just trying, that'd be rough. Hey, I have other customers waiting, you know. Who's up first? The first one has the advantage of being able to aim for the easier prize, but it's dangerous to compete without knowing the gun's quirks. Tommy-san's take on the situation is pretty good. He gets what our club is about. Well then, to be fair, how about using rock, paper, scissors to decide? How about that? That's really the only way. Rock, paper, scissors. After a couple of matches, I ended up with Neon being first. I didn't want to end up first. Well, I'll just think of it as a handicap. Grimps, gun. There you go. When the shooting range guy handed her the rifle, Neon looked it over intently. She didn't forget to check the cork bullet either. Okay, this gun is brand new, isn't it? No faults, not bad. Neon raised the gun in one swift motion. It was completely different from her careful inspection. She was shooting from the hip. Fire, reload. Fire, reload. Fire, reload. Oh, flop. Flop, flop. 3 candy boxes fell, one after the other. A big haul. The crowd paused in a moment of awe and then erupted in cheers. Whoa! Awesome! That was quite good. Tomitake-san was at a loss for words after seeing such shooting prowess. Amazing, Richard! Her accuracy was incredible. Her choice of targets wasn't bad either. The 3 Neon had gone after were fairly large and pretty easy to knock away. They were all targets with very high return on investments. Who's up next? Satoko? Careful, the bullets are light. And next was Satoko. The rifle looked a bit big for her little body, but it didn't seem like she had any problems with the weight. Of course, I shall aim for the grand prize. She proclaimed that she was going after the teddy bear. Damn, Sadako, such a bold move. The moment she knocks it over, she's guaranteed to be first. Good luck, Sadako-chan. Sadako was the opposite of Mom. She aimed at the target quite carefully and squeezed the trigger. Oh, these bullets are too late. The first 2 bullets struck the bear in the torso, but only shifted a bit. You need to aim higher towards the head or it won't work. Sadako's 3rd bullet was aimed at the bear, but at the candy box in its arms. I hate to say it, but it appears the bear is just too much for me. She went boldly after the big catch, but since she switched over to a less impressive prey at the last second, the crowd only gave a strained laugh. Were they laughing because she lacked the courage? These fools know nothing. A fine attempt, Satoko. You've gotten better. The palm of Neon's outstretched hand went poof as it tapped down lightly on Satoko. She appeared to just be talking hot air, but this was actually completely calculated. Damn that Sadako. Just to avoid being in last place, she dared to switch over to an easy target. Without shame or honor? Magnificent. I'll allow you to take that bear, Rain-san. I pray for your victory. Okay. Thanks so much, Sadako-chan. Oh, the bear sounds so cute. Reina was up next. She couldn't hit the broadside of a barn as regular Reina, but she said the bear was cute. Wonder how Reina-chan will do. I hope she's able to hit at least one. You're underestimating Reina-chan, Tomi-san. It's Reina, you know? It's Reina Ryu, you know? If it was to get that teddy bear. Whoa! Tomi-san wheeled around to see what all the commotion was. The spectators were making was about. If it was to get that bear, she'd be able to shoot through a pinhole. The one known as Reina Ryuju could do it. Shaking! It's shaking! Oh, yeah. Reina couldn't hide her excitement over the bear's slow rocking mouth. Reina couldn't lose it. Not bad, Reina-san. The less collected you become, the stronger you get. Whoa! Another big cheer. Reina's bullet hit the bear's forehead again. Not enough, the bear seemed to wobble more than before. It might not be possible. You never know. With Reina-chan's skills, it might be. While Tomi-san was just as excited as the crowd, Rika-chan's analysis was not swayed by emotion. If Reina had 10 more shots, then she could surely knock it over. But with just one more, no matter how you looked at it, no go. Ow! The crowd let out a dejected groan. She had shot it right in the forehead 3 times. It was a bit late, but they gave her a good round of applause for the attempt. Oh, she should be praised for her valor, but she had no trophies to show for it. Then at that moment, the old man flipped one of the candy boxes with his finger and handed it to Reina. This for you, little lady. Huh? You're giving this to me? Oh. The gods wouldn't forgive me if I let you go home empty-handed after such a display. There was another shower of applause. Reina turned bright red and pulled her back over to us. I pulled her back over to us by her hand. You did a great job. Your cute mode really surprised me. Oh, I really liked Mr. Bear. It's easy to see that I only need a little more to be blocked over. Reina had done quite a lot for me. I still need to pay her back for that delicious picnic. Alright, now I'll get it and give it to you. What? Tomi-san had stolen the words right out of my mouth. Okay. Please, Tomi-san. Good luck. Damn you, old man, Tomi. Stealing the good parts for yourself? A small hand stretched over and fell gently on my head just before I was overcome with frustration. Eee, look at her! Do you keep on fighting good? Keep on fighting too, Keiichi, okay? Oh, she's adorable! Tomatake-san carefully studied the bear. Setting his sights, he shouldered the rifle while holding the other 2 shots in his hand. Why is he doing that? Yes, no doubt. Tomatake-san is aiming for her. They got such big heads. The time between the shots was short. It was meaningless to shoot again once it stopped shaking, so Tomatake-san was relying on rapid fire to win the battle. It was visibly wobbling much more than it ever had before. But that was all. It still didn't fall over. Oh, too bad. All of Reina's momentary expectations from watching it sway violently turned into a dejected sigh. Why did he look like that? He looks so much older. I mean, good on them for making him look older. Hold on, let me... Let's see the update. Okay, enough of that. I can't be serious if I have to see him more than once. I really thought it would work. Did you now? It seems that since you're a man, you will not be receiving any candy. That was it. It meant Tomatake-san had no spoils of war. So both Kei-chan and Rika-chan can just shoot down a small, easy prize and avoid being dead last. Avoid being the loser, huh? Oh, sorry about that. It's your turn next, Keiichi-kun. Best of luck. I was the 5th shooter. Shut up, Siri. I took the rifle from Tomatake-san. If I took the ruthless route, as Mion had suggested, then I'd go for a small target. Except, when I picked up the rifle, I definitely got a feeling from it. It was burning passion. Passed down to me by Tomatake-san. Tomatake-san, my bad. The regret of not being man enough to fell the bear that Reina wanted. Yes, that's right. If I didn't aim for the bear, then I wouldn't be a man. After all, that was my promise to Reina. Huh? What? What promise? To shoot down the bear. Then give it to Reina. That one. See that bear? That bear right there? Oh, you mean... Who? The crowd went wild when they saw our conversation. Woo! Wee! Cool, Oni-chan! You got bars, man! That's not it. Fine men of the crowd. If I didn't do this, then Reina might mug the old man running the stall on his way home. No, that's not it. That's not it at all. Why can't I just express my honest feelings? Why can't you? Kichi-san surely talks the talk. How do you actually intend to bring down the bear? Reina and Tomotaki-san's shot did make it tilt a bit, but I think finishing the job would be difficult. Kichi-kun! If only there was some way to shoot faster, I'd be able to pile more power on the sway from each hit. Good luck, Kichi-kun! After taking 2 deep breaths, I shouted over to the guy. 2 more rifles. Huh? The crowd murmured amongst themselves. I wonder what Kichi-san is up to. One person can't handle 3 rifles at once. No shit. I get it. Nice thinking, Kei-chan. Mion was able to figure it out magnificently. Yes, she was. She's smart. Basically, what was taking the most time was reloading the shot. That's right. Then by putting 3 preloaded rifles next to each other... Tomotaki-san went quiet, silent. Whoops. Peering at me and the bear through his lens. His photographer's blood predicted a miracle will occur. And then the crowd finally picked up on what I was planning. They let out a great cheer. Woo! Woo! Yeah! Hello? Oh. They chanted my name. Keiichi! Keiichi! Rapid fire is the key. If I miss, all is for naught. Whew! Whew! After letting out a deep breath, I paused. Relaxed. Now. That moment, it felt like time itself had stopped. I felt like I could see the trajectory of the bullets. Hit it, and knock it down. The first shot hit the bear on its head. The second, the third. The bear swayed hard, and then... Victory! Do a little dancey dance. Woohoo! Yeah! Whoa! The cheers began before the stuffed animal even finished falling off of the shelf. The guy caught it before it hit the ground and tossed it over to me. You actually knocked it over. You got me. Amazing. Congratulations, Keiichi-kun. Keiichi-san has finally learned how to use his head. I see you in a slightly better light now. Fuck off, Sonic. I didn't do it all by myself. Everyone hit it, and those small bits together brought it down. So humble. This trophy belongs to all of us. So humble. Right? This is from all of us working together. Me didn't hit it a single time. After holding up the teddy bear like it was a championship trophy, I handed it to Reina. Reina. Here, this is from me. No, from everyone. Thanks for always making your delicious lunches. Reina, thinking she was never actually going to get it, was momentarily speechless. I can't, Keiichi-kun. This is everyone's after all. Oh. In that case, I was the one who knocked it down, and it's mine. It's mine, so I'm giving it to Reina. I pushed the stuffed animal towards her again. This time, she embraced and accepted it. You've watched out for me ever since I moved here, after all. I'm really grateful, you see. Thanks a lot. Aww. Keiichi-kun. Thanks so much. Reina dove with me. Mion told me a few days later that Reina kissed me, but I didn't realize it during all the excitement at the time. I remember what I was trying to say to Tomotaki-san earlier. There really isn't much of anything here, but there are lots of things you can't find anywhere else. I gained a lot from coming to Hinamizawa, especially at that moment. The crowd's cheers echoed on and on. Get it. From the altar set up in front of the shrine, the drums sounded with a booming echo. It was the finale of the festival. I'll be going off ahead then. Uh-oh. I need to go and get myself a good spot, too. Well then, everyone, see you in a bit. Both Rika-chan and Tomotaki-san gave their farewells and disappeared into the crowd. Bye. I wish both of you the best in your endeavors. Now, shall we be on? Yeah, might as well go see Rika-chan's charming figure. Let's go. Yeah. Huh? Where's Reina? What are you doing? Keiichi-kun, Mi-chan saved me! Since she was carrying such a ridiculously large stuffed animal, she was being carried by the flow of people. What is she doing? She must have her hands full taking care of that bear. So I'll leave Reina in your care, Kei-chan. A wink wink. I have my hands full taking care of Satoko. Who would want to be looked after by you, Mion-san? Ouch! Please don't pull on my arm. Before losing sight of Mion, I grabbed the back of Reina's collar. Keiichi-kun, not there. Don't grab me there. Always so bossy. Where can I grab then? Didn't feel ashamed at all. Reina was ashamed enough for the both of us. I grabbed onto Reina's hand and dashed after Mion and the others. We're gonna be late. Let's hurry up. Yeah. Yeah. I hadn't realized Reina's hand was so delicate. Maybe she needed a bit more exercise and nutrition? That wasn't what I meant, not at all. My ears burned. I tried to keep calm. I repeated the phrase, keep it together, Keiichi Maebara, in my mind, but it didn't look like I would be able to anytime soon. Jesus. I really didn't want Reina to see my face right then, so I pushed onwards, dragging her along without looking back even once. There was already a huge group of people gathered at the altar in front of the shrine. The fire at the altar made it as bright as midday and just as hot. There was a pile of futons worded with sanctified rope in front of the altar. Come to think of it, they did say it was a festival where they did something with the cotton and futons. Keiichi-san! Reina-san! We're over here! Satoko waved her hand from the front row. Ah, sorry. Making our way through the mass of people, we reached the spot they'd saved. How was it? Were you able to have a little bit of excitement with Reina? You punk. So that was your plan? What your plan was? Whoops. Instead of replying, Mion gave us a perversive grin. How was it, Reina? Was Kei-chan's hand bigger than you thought it would be? Reina turned bright red, puffs of steam shooting out of her. Heard something slice through the air and turned around to see Mion on the ground with a welt on her face. Mion, when were you hit? Between the ha and the ho. I think. Reina, it's not good to punch your friends to hide your embarrassment. I didn't hit her. Whatever. Thump. The thunderous beat of the drum echoed, silencing the crowd. There, I'll do a little banging to you. You must all be quiet. It's beginning. Got it. My bad. It was a solemn ritual. Rika-chan entered dressed as a shrine maiden, followed by members of the municipal committee. The elders all looked at Rika-chan and clasped their hands in praise. The only thing allowed to disturb the profound silence was the flash from Tomotaki-san's camera. What's the big thing Rika-chan is holding? Oh, it's used for this festival. It's a sacred farming tool that only the shrine maiden can touch. It was an awkward shape for a piece of farming equipment, not uncommon for something used in rituals. After reciting a Shinto prayer, Rika-chan approached the pile of futons gathered at the altar. She swung the hoe skillfully, plowing it into the futons. Each and every little movement of this performance probably had to be done in a certain way. Without a doubt, this was a ritual. What's next? Airing out futons? She's purifying futons. She's purifying futons that absorbed illnesses from people over the winter. People over the winter. So when K-tron said airing out futons, he wasn't completely wrong. This way. Okay. Rika-chan's face was already dripping with sweat. That hoe was probably really heavy. She staggered side to side with the momentum of each swing. Satoko looked on, silently lending her support. Worried? Rika practiced every single day with the mochi hammer. She will certainly prevail. Satoko's hands were sweaty, and whenever Rika-chan started to sway a little, she held her breath. Why wasn't Mion a candidate to be the Shrine Maiden? It feels wrong having Rika-chan swing something around so heavy. I'd do it if they asked me, you know. And well, it's not something just anyone could do. That's true, yeah. Shrine Maidens need to be pure after all. Whoa. Mion drove her elbow into my side. Why are you surprised? Why are you surprised? Say something stupid, you get treated like you said something stupid, you know? It's just the way it is. With the thud of the big drum, Rika-chan gave a solemn bow and descended from the altar. That triggered a round of generous applause. After the Shinto priest had raised up and cleansed futons like a portable altar, all the spectators stood up. Following after the priestess, we all marched on at a moderate pace. Sorry, I just... They descended the shrine's giant stairs in a line. What's happening now? Washing the futons in the river? Well, Tanagashi means setting cotton adrift, you know. The procession continued right up to the bank of the stream. The fire was stoked high and it was bright as day here too. People started crowding around it and clamoring. Alright, get in line. Alright, get in line. Line up, Kichiku. I wonder what was up. Maybe we'd get some holy wine? Red and white bean buns? It's not food. I said it was cotton. Ah, but of course. They didn't call it the Tanagashi committee. I finally understood. The municipal committee members pulled out the cotton from inside the futons and balled it up like mochi, handing it out to people. Reina dove into the line and brought out some for me as well. We then proceeded to the bank of the stream. Since it's your first time, Keiichiku, just copy what I do. She held the cotton in her right hand and waving her hand as if to purify it, she touched it to her forehead, chest, navel, and both thighs. You do this 3 times and silently give thanks to Oyashiro-sama. Oyashiro-sama? What's that? The name of the shrine's god? Yes, it's the guardian deity of Hinamizawa. It brings about both miracles and curses, so you must be sure to show respect. It sounded like a pretty frightening god. But well, when in Rome, I was officially a resident of Hinamizawa now, after all. Doing as Reina showed me, I touched the cotton over myself 3 times. Thank you, Oyashiro-sama. Thank you, Oyashiro-sama. Oyashiro-sama. That's not good. You didn't say thank you. Didn't say thank you, guys. This way, all the evil that possesses you is sucked out by the cotton. Then you will let it gently drift away on the stream, and then you're done. Together, Reina and I set our pieces of cotton afloat on the surface out of the water. The flowers of cotton blooming in the water had sucked out all the evil festering in Hinamizawa and drifted off, disappearing into the distance. It was wonderful, like those floating lantern festivals I'd seen on TV. The best part, though, was feeling like this rite of passage had made me a true resident of Hinamizawa. we done right. I don't know how to do it. Whatever. I wasn't very lonely though. I know this place now. This is where I live, my home. It's probably better if I just stay here instead of wandering around aimlessly. Someone would surely find me while I was enjoying the evening breeze. I heard a familiar voice. It was Tomotake's songs. I headed towards it. Jesus. I'm gonna say forwards it. How did it go, Tomotage-san? Were you able to get some good shots? Yeah, fortunately. Tomotage-san was with a girl. Felt a little like I was intruding. How was it, Keiichi-kun? Did you enjoy the festival? From the way she spoke, it seemed like she was a resident of Hinamizawa. I really should try harder to remember people's faces here. What was her name? Well, it was fun. My face must have given away how desperately I was trying to remember her name because she gave a lighthearted chuckle. It's probably because it hasn't been long since you moved here. It's pretty hard to believe seeing how friendly you've gotten with the other kids. That's how it looked. It was probably all thanks to Rena and Neon. Perhaps you feel more like a resident of Hinamizawa after taking part in the festival today? I wonder about that. Oh, that's not like you. I tried to get used to Hinamizawa, but there were still plenty of things I didn't know. The faces of people I'd met, for example. Things that happened in the past as well. Oh, you're feeling out because of something like that? It's not so much as feeling left out, it's just that I'm not sure how to say it. The incident at the dam construction site, the fighting over it, other conflicts. Why am I adding the in there? I don't know. That terrible incident they pretended that they didn't even know about whenever I brought it up. Even though it was in the past as someone living in Hinamizawa, it wasn't good. It wasn't wrong to want to know about both the good and the bad that had happened here. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. If it will put you at ease, then I'll tell you everything I know. Tomotage-san's smile made me relieved. Made me more relieved than I'd ever been. It's hard to think of what to ask when someone said ask me anything, though. Even though there was so much I wanted to ask. Could you tell me about what happened when the dam was being constructed? There was a big incident where Hinamizawa was going to be submerged, right? I think the locals would be more knowledgeable about the dam than I am. Well, if you don't mind, I'll tell you what I know. It's only what I read in the newspaper, though. Tomotage-san's eyes entered an unfocused gaze as he searched through his memory, and then he spoke. Oh boy. The decision to start the dam project was finalized 7 or 8 years ago. I heard it was the next major project after Kurobe. There were 3 major issues in Japan at that time. Improving inter-island transportation infrastructure, meeting the higher demand for electricity, and flood control. There was a boom of dam building due to the massive economic stimulus they provided on top of generating electricity and flood control. Hinamizawa had the right conditions to support dam construction, so it was singled out. The dam reservoir would have covered quite a lot of ground when it was completed. The entire area right up to Yagouchi way upstream would be underwater. But why did they have to pick a populated area like Hinamizawa? Couldn't they have instead picked a place where, like, nobody lived? I'm not really sure why, but I heard that it was just the right terrain for building a dam. Of course, there were protests here in Hinamizawa. Rika-chan had said there was a battle. From that choice of words, I had to guess things had turned violent. There was a trial, and it was even brought up before the National Diet. It was covered in the Tokyo newspapers, too. Neon had told me all about that as well. I'm sure every resident of Hinamizawa had united to fight together. A feeling of solidarity found here which could not be expressed properly with mere words was likely brought about by that battle. As a result, bribery and scandals were brought to light. It's things got more and more complicated, they eventually halted construction. If I wanted to know, now was going to be my only chance to ask. It was certainly a bizarre incident that boys my age would be curious about. Felt a little shame from the fact that I was petty enough to have my curiosity piqued by Reina and Neon's refusal to talk about the event. Nah, but like on some real shit, okay? Or on some real shit. If I had two friends, right, and I asked them both about an incident that I know that they knew happened, and they just were like, I don't know what you're talking about. Gosh, what even? And then later, one of them backtracked and was like, yeah, I was just messing with you. No. I'm gonna go and ask some other people and find out what the heck it happened and why y'all won't talk about it. 'Cause I want to know. But, like, I really don't know why they don't. Even after watching the show, I still have no idea why they don't talk about it. Maybe I didn't pay attention. Maybe I'll pay attention more this time around, and I'll learn it. We'll see. But I figured I might as well ask since I had the chance. Just so I would stop thinking about it so much. So, there was, a dismemberment, right? There was. I happened to be here in Hinamizawa at the time, so I remember it well. Tomotage-san's answer was nonchalant in contrast to my hesitantly forced-out question. It was about this time, 4 years ago. It was the day of the Watanagashi, if I recall correct. Debate on whether to continue the construction on the dam was in disarray. Scandal after scandal rocked the project near the end. The incident that was the final nail in the coffin for the dam project. That it was. A fight at the dam construction site ended in the victim being murdered. Fearing prosecution, the 6 assailants divided their remains into 6 pieces and each hid one. 5 of the 6 criminals turned themselves in out of guilt, but one was still on the run. The right arm he'd hidden had yet to be found. The major details lined up with what was in the tabloid I'd read earlier. It certainly was a tragic incident, but it wasn't so terrible that Reina and Neon needed to hide it from me. I guess they didn't want somebody who just moved here to have a negative impression of Hinamizawa. Felt grateful for having friends who worried so much about me, as well as shame for still being so interested in it. Don't be shameful. It is honestly, I would be more confused and invested in it than if he is. Because him being invested in it is probably a good thing. It was near the end of all that trouble with the dam, you see, so everyone was saying it was the Oyashiro, saying that it was Oyashiro-sama's curse. Oyashiro-sama's curse, huh? Oyashiro-sama was the name of the god at the shrine that held the festival today, if I recall correctly. Got it! I got it! I say words. I see. Their guardian deity rained divine punishment down on the evil dam construction for trying to flood Hinamizawa. Apparently the younger ones didn't think so, but it seems the elderly in the village never doubted that it was Oyashiro-sama's curse. The one with Tomotage-san said with a mischievous chuckle. Tomotage-san began laughing with her. It was so infectious I ended up laughing as well. But I wonder about now. There are quite a few, I think, amongst the youth too. A few what? People who believe in Oyashiro-sama's curse. The woman's lips were still curled into a smile, but her expression turned stern. Then, after that, it continued every year. Always around this time. Continued? Wait, what continued? Tomotage-san paused for a second as if to build up some suspense, then whispered to me as if someone might have been listening. Every year, on the day of the Watanagashi, somebody dies. The year following the dismemberment, on the day of the Watanagashi, a man from Hinamizawa who had supported the dam fell off the cliff overlooking some rapids and died while he was on vacation. Unfortunately for his wife, the body was never recovered. He supported the dam construction even though he lived in Hinamizawa. Oh, maybe it's glue. He supported the dam construction even though he lived in Hinamizawa. At the time, there were whispers amongst the elderly saying that it was Oyashiro-sama's curse. The woman chuckled mischievously again. Then, the next year, the night of the Watanagashi, the shrine Shinto priest died suddenly from an unknown illness. His wife drowned herself in the bog that night. The shrine Shinto priest? You mean he was from the shrine here? The woman nodded. There was a rumor amongst the villagers that they were able to quell Yashiro-sama's anger. Then the year after that again, on the night of the Watanagashi, they discovered a battered body of a local housewife. Housewife? Up until now, all these mysterious deaths were people involved with the dam, or who had connections to Oyashiro-sama. With that in mind, could the housewife have been involved in some way too? Exactly! The woman stated slyly. No, it was more menacingly. Exactly. One of the victim's relatives, you see, was connected to the younger brother of the dam supporter who fell to his death 2 years before. The younger brother is still alive, it seems, but it did bother him quite a bit, so he moved to the neighboring town. That's tea right there. For a while, I stood there with my mouth agape. I don't blame you, brother. I would too. The battle over the dam construction with Hinamizawa's future at stake, and the murder at the center of all of it, that was all I knew, and that was all I wanted to ask about. But that wasn't all there was to the story. Homicide, body disposal, accidental death, terminal illness, suicide, fatal beatings. I'm a pretty level-headed person. I don't really want to believe in curses. But the freakish deaths happened every year on the day of the Watanagashi, and all of them were related to the dam construction. It was easy to dismiss each of them as coincidences by themselves, but when you put them all together, dismissing all of them as coincidence would then defy logic. That it would. I don't believe in curses, but every single year on the day of the Watanagashi, somebody or something makes it happen without fail. The woman chuckled again as if she picked up on what I was thinking. Felt like she was saying maybe there was. Maybe we frightened him. Stuff like that. I felt embarrassed at being read so easily. I pressed Tomotaki-san to continue, a bit of impatience and irritation in my tone. Then? So someone died the next year, right? Who was it that time? I wonder, who do you think, Keiichi-kun? The hell? The way you said it, it didn't agree with me. The sarcastic tone ticked me off. Don't avoid the question, I'm serious here. Hey, calm down, Keiichi-kun. I realized when... Oh. Hey, calm down, Keiichi-kun. I realized that when she tried to calm me down that I had been panicking. We aren't trying to avoid the question, Keiichi-kun. It's just, when you say next year, that's today. When she hesitated to say it, Tomotaki-san finished for her. Oh, that's today. Woohoo! I broke into a cold sweat. I really didn't like the direction this was headed. Nobody wants to speak of it, but they all think it's going to happen again tonight. The festival was so cheerful, though. Well, the victim last year, the housewife, she was a non-believer. Turns out she didn't even attend the Watanagashi festival. There was a rumor going around that if you didn't participate in the festival, you would incur Oyashiro-sama's wrath. Didn't you hear anything about this, Keiichi-kun? I never even heard a whisper of that rumor. Then the reason everyone was at the festival was they were afraid of the curse? Figured that must have been the reason. There were a lot more people at the Watanagashi than usual. I guess everyone's just afraid after all. Of Oyashiro-sama's curse. Couldn't utter a single word. I don't blame you, brother. I do not blame you. In this modern age, where we've made progress in all scientific fields, shedding light on the unknown and the misunderstood, where black and white television has been eradicated and we've sent men to the moon, even with all our accomplishments, this can exist in a modern society? Tons of invitations were sent out to neighboring towns, youth groups to help pad the numbers, but after the string of events, few decided to join. The municipal committee members were complaining about how hard it is to gather participants. Also, the police are treating each case as isolated. They don't believe they're connected. They're trying to keep it quiet, so it's all plainclothes officers. Finally began to dawn on me why Reina and Neon were reluctant to talk. If nothing happened during this Watanagashi, everything would have been over with, and I'd be none the wiser. If nothing happened, all would be well. In that case, it would end up being just crazy talk. Should have just pretended like I knew nothing from the beginning. Then they wouldn't have had to act like nothing happened, and we would have all gotten back to life as usual. What do you mean by that, Keiichi? What do you mean? What do you mean? Maybe it was just too much for him after all. The woman ran her fingers through her hair as she sighed. No, it wasn't. Not at all. I tried to act strong, but that just served to emphasize how much the information had unsettled me. After seeing how I looked, Tomotaki-san appeared to regret saying anything. Letting out a sigh, he then spoke, forcing an awkward, upbeat demeanor. Keiichi-kun, surely you don't believe in such things as curses. Well, no. If the causes of all the crimes were unknown, with the perpetrators and their methods all mysteries, then I would think it's a work of the curse. But that's not how things are in reality. The police are investigating the evidence and suspects to uncover the truth. Hearing him say police made me feel a lot better. It was perfect for repelling the word curse. A police and curse are not, those are not antonyms? Anonymous? Antonymous? They're not antonyms, though. They're not opposites. Weird. The first one, the dismemberment, for example. I told you, didn't I? All but one of the perpetrators were arrested. It's only a matter of time for the last one. The motive turned out to have been an argument they had while intoxicated. There's no curse. Don't you agree? That was true. If it didn't happen on the day of the Watanagashi, then I wouldn't think it was related to the curse at all. The accidental death of the man who supported the dam is the same. He was in a position that made others hate him. The police made a point of investigating from that angle. They concluded it was an accident, no foul play. But they both happened on the day of the festival, right? Right! Just think about it, Keiichi-kun. Do you think people with a lot of enemies here in Hinamizawa could participate easily in a local festival? It would be especially hard for them to be around during the Watanagashi. So they probably left Hinamizawa intentionally around this time of year to travel, don't you think? It wasn't a very clear explanation, but I sort of understood what Tomotaki-san was getting at. So I pressed on earnestly. Jesus, I am struggling. Asking more questions so that I could convince myself. Then, Tomotaki-san, what about the priest who died after that? The one with the unknown illness. That also happened on the day of the festival. It's even easier to explain what happened to this Shinto priest. The Watanagashi is a really big event that happens once a year. It was probably from all the built-up stress. Or it may have been because of a pre-existing condition. But it was an unknown illness. It's hard to believe something with an unknown cause could exist with all our advances in medicine. It's just an exaggeration. Rumors making rumors. Anyone would get worked up over having incidents happen 2 years in a row. The sudden death is quite unnatural, though. Of course, the police ordered an autopsy because of the strange way he died, but there wasn't enough for them to open a full investigation, you know? Investigation. Turns out it was just a sudden death due to illness. The priest's wife committed suicide, correct? What about that? I believe I already explained that. Everyone was shaken up by the incidents happening for a third year. Those who are of strong faith were quick to believe it was the work of the curse. Of course, that included the priest's wife. Apparently, they found a suicide note that said something like, "My death will quell Oyashiro-sama's anger." Well then, how about the next incident with the housewife? That happened on the day of Watanagashi, too. The perpetrator has already been caught, and the case has been closed. Turns out it was just some nut job trying to continue the legacy of the Hinamizawa curse. Oh, so someone just went and killed people. then how about the incident the next year? Yeah. This year is the next year. Tomotaki-san gave a hearty laugh. Nothing will happen. Not this year. There was never a curse to begin with. It's just that a group of people believed it was the explanation for a string of coincidences. My internal computer finally got itself back on track. No, sir. Do a U-turn. You were on the right track. Or at least you're on a track that is more on the right track than him. He don't even live here. Felt a bit embarrassed by how childish I'd become after losing control and panicking. I can see very clear now that Keiichi-kun really does love Hinamizawa, even if Oyashiro-sama's curse actually did exist. Keiichi-kun couldn't bring himself to believe such a thing existed. I felt very relieved. I should probably just forget everything I heard tonight. I'll greet Reina and Mion tomorrow with the same smile as always. They'd probably also like tonight to end without incident so they can continue on tomorrow without having to worry me. Without having to be worried about me. Oh, having worried me. Nope, I read it right. Whatever. Perhaps seeing my change in attitude, the woman who had been listening in stretched as she got up from the rock she was sitting on. Didn't know they were sitting. Well done. I should be getting back. Goodness, I think I might have gone on a bit too long. There were so few people compared to the crowd from before I could only make out a few groups of families enjoying the cool evening air. I looked at my watch. It seemed we'd talked for a better part of an hour. Didn't you come along with your friends, Keiichi-kun? Not going to look for them? Oh, yeah. They might all be looking for me. You're quite the scoundrel making the girls look for you. See you, Keiichi-kun. Have a nice night. You too, Jiro-san. Jiro-san. I'll see you in a bit later. Tomotaki-san seemed to be quite the scoundrel himself, so his name is Jiro. After dusting off her backside, she disappeared into the crowd of people still busy cleaning up the shrine grounds. There she is! Keiichi-kun! So sorry. In her place, Reina came running over. I could see all the others behind her. Speak of the devil. My bad, Kei-chan. We got so caught up in our discussion. I'd completely forgot about them while caught up in my own conversation, so we were even. My, so Tomotaki-san was with you. This works out perfectly. We still need to settle the shooting gallery competition. Ah, that's right. So I guess I'm gonna end up dead last? Yes, you are, sir. Dead last. Dead last. In the end, after my dramatic victory, Rika-chan was the last challenger, but there weren't many targets left. The ones remaining were all tiny and difficult to hit. She did take her time and aim, but all 3 shots completely missed. She was to end up sharing the loser's crown with Tomotaki-san. However, she did her little mewing cry in front of the owner, and he turned to mush instantly. She was given a pack of gum as a consolation prize. Her methods were a bit audacious, but she did avoid being the loser, rather magnificently. Come to think of it, Rika-chan is quite the trickster. I have no idea what Keiichi is talking about. I have no idea what Keiichi is talking about. Now then, it's decided that Tomotaki-san is dead last. Everyone cheered and applauded. Tomotaki-san smiled wryly and slightly bewildered. So, Tomotaki-san, are you ready? Penalty time. Huh? Oh, I completely forgot about that. You're too naive, Tomotaki-san. This is why our club can never lose. Mion pulled a felt tip marker from her pocket. Oh, it's that. Show him some mercy, Mion. At least use a washable marker. A permanent one is too harsh. It just has to be permanent. It comes off when you do the laundry anyway. Whoa, what is this? Please take it easy on me. All of us pinned his arms behind his back, and Mion approached him with the marker in one hand. And scoop, scoop, scoop. But she didn't write on Tomotaki-san's face, she wrote on the t-shirt he was wearing. Or on the shirt he was wearing. You'd better have your big break this year, Mion. Aw. Reina took up the marker next. Show me your photo next time, okay? Reina. It was a little heartwarming and I just had to laugh. Haha, this is more like a farewell card than a penalty. I'm not as soft as the rest. I'll make sure this is a proper penalty. Dead last. Satoko. Try harder next time. Rika. Here you go, Keiichi-san. Couldn't decide what to write, but based on what kind of penalty this was probably the most appropriate. Come back and play again, Keiichi. Tomotaki-san was silent the entire time. At first he was quite bewildered, but now he had a different look on his face. So I have to wear this all the way back to Tokyo as part of the penalty? Of course, you better wear it all the way home. You can wear it when you come back. It would be nice. He appeared deeply moved. Embarrassment mixed with a wealth of other emotions made him turn bright red. Understood. I'll wear this next time I come here. I promise. Everyone cheered and applauded. It was the finest parting gift possible for a buddy heading out tonight. I saw the woman who was with Tomotaki-san standing near the festival grounds. It seemed Tomotaki-san noticed her too, and knew it was time to leave. Seems like your guest is waiting. Isn't it about time? Yeah, that's certainly how it seems. Tomotaki-san headed off towards her and seemed to apologize for making her wait. We all shouted stuff at Tomotaki-san. Each time we did, he looked back and waved his hand. Eventually, he faded into the darkness of the night, out of sight. It was quite the casual farewell. This wasn't the first time any of us had seen someone off. They had done the same thing many times before. He's gone. Well, it's about time we take off, too. Rika-chan had to stay behind with the other committee members since they were having a meeting. Satoko was tagging along with her. I headed back home with the usual suspects. Neon and Reina, baby. Reina and Neon, baby. A walk back was quite lively with talk of the day's war story. Should have done this, should have done that, that kind of stuff. Reina and I parted ways with Neon, and then it was just the two of us. Just the two of us. Then we got to my house, and I parted ways with Reina as well. It's already pretty late. Are you all right by yourself? Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. It's close. I'm going to run too. If you run into some weirdo, just yell. If someone does come, will you come and save me? Maybe? Maybe? If I hear you. Oh, okay. I'll scream loud enough so you can't hear me. Don't like that. Merrily spinning her arms around at high speed, Reina dashed off. She hit that Naruto run. Naruto. Sorry, I'm distracted. She was fine in that mode. Not even an adult could stand against her. Reina's cheerful presence disappeared and it finally became quiet again. The curse that not a single person even whispered about. The more I learned about it tonight, the more unsettling it became. Didn't show it on any of their faces, but they were probably all quite concerned about it as well. But if nothing happens tonight, then it all ends up just being crazy talk. Nothing will happen. Nothing bad. Nothing at all. That sounds like something bad is going to happen. What's wrong, Keiichi? Why are you standing in a place like that? Come inside, you'll catch a cold. It was my mom. Did you go, Mom? To the Watanagashi festival? In the end, your father didn't wake up. Oh, that's not good. So I missed it. A little disappointing. Mom stuck her tongue out with a bit of an embarrassed look on her face. That's not good. Am I the only one that thinks that's not good? I think that's very not good. Like, I feel like that's very, very not good for his mom. Are they gonna be dead? Are they gonna be dead in the morning? Let's go. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. Hoju couples falling incident. Hoju. From the June 1980 edition. On the afternoon of X at 2 p.m., office employee Blank and his wife Blank of Hinamizawa village in Shishibone Prefecture disappeared after falling 27 meters from an observatory platform in Shirakawa Prefecture. Police and firefighters searched downstream and discovered the body of Blank at around 7 p.m. that evening. His wife Blank has yet to be found. The search has run into difficulties due to the effects of Typhoon 3 from the previous day. It appeared a railing at the observatory that the blanks leaned on had broken, causing him to fall. The groundskeeping staff was questioned by the police in regards to facility deterioration. Why is that so hard for me to say? Deterioration. And if park maintenance was performed properly. Whoops. Oh, was that it? That was short. Okay. I'm down for little short ones. Boop. From the June 1981 edition, on the afternoon of blank around 10 p.m. in the blank district of Hinamizawa village in Shishibone Prefecture, the Shinto priest of the Furude Shrine passed away after an existing condition he was recovering from suddenly worsened. The parties close to the deceased said that he was suffering from anxiety issues concerning the festival, which was to be held that day. Also, after Blank's death, his wife, Blank, went missing, leaving behind a farewell note. The police and local youth association continued the search. However, given the presence of the farewell message and the fact that the Onigafuchi marsh is said to be bottomless, they have run into difficulties. A bottomless marsh is terrifying. The thought of that is so scary. Housewife murder. It wasn't reported in the newspaper. Oh. Hello? What do you mean it wasn't reported in the newspaper? Radio log. That's weird. That's really weird. Really, really weird. This is Okinomiya Station. Okinomiya? Okinomiya. I don't know. It's Oki Station. Calling Unit 3. Unit 3, please respond. This is Unit 3. Loud and clear. Backup is heading your way. Hold positions until further instructions. Over. Roger, and Unit 3 acknowledged. Requesting no headlights. Requesting radio silence. Station, the doctor has arrived. They want to carry it away. What's the order? Over. Acknowledged. Leave it to the doctor. Affirmative. Understood. Backup has arrived. Shouldn't we let them take a photo first? I think the Vic is done for. That's suspicious. That's very suspicious. Okay, I'm gonna save for the first time.